Ultrawide monitors are amazing for productivity. You're getting the screen real estate of two monitors in one seamless screen. You'll be immersed in your work quite easily too. But some of you might be wondering, is it worth it for PC gaming? How immersive are ultrawide monitors? Are there any unusual issues when using an ultrawide monitor? Let's find out. First up, the allure of ultrawide monitors is undeniable. Besides looking cool and futuristic, it has a bigger screen real estate that stretches further across your peripheral vision, so gaming becomes an all-encompassing experience. It'll feel like you're not just playing the game, you're practically living inside of it. Especially for cinematic single-player games, Ultrawides deliver a level of immersion that traditional monitors just can't match. It's like upgrading from a cozy armchair to a huge couch. There's simply more room for you to enjoy. Now, not all games play nice with the ultrawide aspect ratio. While many modern titles support ultrawide resolutions, most games are designed for 16:9 ratios. Some games don't extend to a 21:9 version properly, and some games can't even work at 21:9, causing it to letterbox just like this. This can lead to awkward stretching at the edges of the screen, or just plain old letterboxing, turning your immersive experience into a weird, distorted mess. Some games scale well to 21:9, so it's more of a 50-50 gamble for it working properly. Now, we all know that ultrawides are hailed as being great for productivity. They're absolutely fantastic in having multiple windows open. But when it comes to specific tasks or applications designed for standard resolutions, things can get clunky. If you're not used to working with an ultrawide resolution, it can be distracting at first. So if you're looking at this kind of monitor for productivity in gaming, just know that it takes some time to get used to the new aspect ratio, and some apps and games might not work best. But of course, if you play the right games or get your work done, the benefits of extra screen real estate is always there. Casual gaming or playing single-player games are one thing, but for competitive gamers, consider this as a warning. Ultrawides might be cool to have, but they're like bringing a flashy, impractical sports car to a rugged off-road race, if that makes sense at all. Many pro gamers steer clear of ultrawides due to their unusual field of view and potential for distraction. Plus, let's not forget the extra physical effort needed to scan these wide displays, which could be a split-second disadvantage in high-stakes match. If you play games with HUD elements like a minimap, for example, on the corner of your screen, you're used to glancing at it with just your eyes, without moving your head. But in an ultrawide, those HUD elements will be much farther from the center, often needing you to move your head, which, again, can be a split-second disadvantage in your game. Finally, let's talk about the two elephants in the room: size and cost. Ultrawides are big, and I mean big. They demand desk space like a king demands a throne room. And their price tags can be equally demanding. Sure, prices have dropped compared to, let's say, 5 years ago, and some would still call it a benefit, and I'm sure some ultrawides are cheaper than buying two monitors, but they still sit at the higher end of the monitor market, so you better prepare some extra dough, extra desk space, and extra care when setting things up. Now, a lot of ultrawide monitors in the market today are curved, and for a good reason. You know how flat monitors, especially VA and TN panels, either shift in color or contrast when you view them from a different angle? Well, that's amplified if you're using an ultrawide monitor. But luckily, as I said, most of them are curved, which will often correct the angle relative to your position, which results in a more consistent viewing experience. So if you're planning to get an ultrawide, get a curved one. And I know a ton of you don't like curved displays, especially if you're editing photos or videos. So if you're that type of person, just get a display that is less curved, perhaps an 1800R curve. With ultrawides, the curve becomes barely noticeable. In conclusion, ultrawide monitors are a bit like a gourmet triple-layer chocolate cake. They're luxurious, indulgent, and fantastic in the right circumstances. But just like that rich cake, they're not for every occasion. But to answer your question, if you're a casual gamer seeking immersion in single-player titles, or someone who loves a wide canvas for productivity, an ultrawide might be your perfect match. But for the competitive gamer or those with limited space and budget, think twice. Sometimes the standard slice of cake is just what you need. What do you think about ultra-wide monitors? Do you think it's great for gaming? Let me know in the comments below. With that said, if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. Till then, this is Marty, and I'll see you tomorrow.